Hey everybody, Mr. Traveler here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk today about a subject that I get a question about probably more than anything else, almost on a daily basis when we help people book their cruises. We're going to tackle it right after this. All right, everybody, thank you so much for sticking and staying. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please be so kind. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live or upload videos like this. We hope that you enjoy it. Thank you for your love and support. All right, so let's talk a little bit about bringing wheelchairs and scooters on board the cruise ships. Really, the scooters is the main thing. Wheelchairs are not so much the problem as are the scooters. And if you've been cruising for a while, you'll remember the days of walking down the halls, and sometimes it'd be the older ships with the skinny hallways, and it's littered with scooters parked in the hallway being charged up. And you gotta kind of try to dip and dodge, and don't be coming through there with your suitcase or having your family in a tour or something. That used to really be kind of hectic trying to get up and down the aisles. So recently the cruise lines have started cracking down on this. This isn't new. This is a SOLAS regulation, which is an organization that helps to monitor and enforce safety regulations on board ships. It is the safety of life at sea. So you have to have an easy egress, or way to get off of the ship should there be an emergency. And obviously, when you have obstacles in the hallway, like the scooters, that becomes a problem. And back in the day, they didn't really enforce this too much, but they put some stricter regulations in back in 2022 that the cruise lines all pretty much have adopted now. So let's kind of go through what you can expect and what you have to do if you want to bring your scooter on board any one of the cruise lines. So today we're going to kind of tackle the big cruise lines. If there's some other ones that you'd like information on, you can Google them right there or give us a call. We'll try to help you out the best we can. So first thing to be noted is all the cruise lines that we're going to mention today, Carnival, Princess, Royal, Celebrity, Norwegian, MSC, all of them no longer allow you to store your scooter in the hallway. They are enforcing that. So you cannot store your scooter in the hallway. It has to go into your stateroom. Now we'll go through those cruise lines and talk about the differences so you know which one you can bring, depending if you have your own scooter or whether you're going to be renting one. There are a couple of companies that do rent scooters, and they deliver them directly into your stateroom. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll give you a couple of names towards the end of the video. But let's start off with Carnival and Princess, because they have the same rule. They're all under the Carnival cruise umbrella. So Carnival and Princess, again, no storage in the hallway, but the scooters, if you do have a scooter, it has to fit through a 22-inch doorway. So remember that 22 inches. So you'd have to measure your scooter at its widest part, which is usually the back wheels, 22 inches at the widest point. If it's any bigger than that, you're going to have to book an accessible cabin. Now, if you're in a point where you book something and there's no other accessible cabins, you're going to have to come up with a different workaround here if you own a scooter that's not going to fit into there. And your best bet is probably going to be to rent one. All right, so the magic number for Carnival and Princess is 22 inches. If your scooter is bigger than 22 inches, it has to go into an accessible cabin. All right, so moving over to Royal and Celebrity, again, no storage in the hallways. And their scooters have to be able to fit, your scooter for Royal Caribbean has to be able to fit in the doorway at least 23 inches. So again, you're going to measure your scooter if you're bringing a scooter or if you're renting one, at its widest point has to be less than 23 inches. If it's wider than 23 inches, just like Carnival, you're going to have to get an accessible stateroom. There's no storage in the hallways. NCL, again, that's Norwegian, no storage in the hallway, is a little bit different. Their site says that if you have a non-accessible cabin, two conditions for your scooter. First condition is that your scooter must be able to collapse, which most of the scooters do anyway. They're able to, the handle folds down, the seat folds down, and it becomes collapsible. And theirs has to fit through a 26-inch doorway. So they have a pretty wide doorway berth for their staterooms. So keep that in mind. It has to be foldable, and it has to go through a 26-inch doorway. So I think that probably will encompass most. And finally, the last one we're going to talk about today is MSC. Again, no storage in the hallway. With MSC, you must notify them via a special needs form no more than 30 days before the cruise. So if you go on, you can just Google, type on there MSC scooter, or bring scooter on MSC Cruises. There'll be a link on there that pops up for the special needs form. You have to fill out the information, your name, your address, your booking number, all that pertinent information, and it is sent to MSC. Then they will get back to you. Now, I want to keep in mind that they do not mention a size restriction on MSC. So I'm assuming that you'll give them this information on the form, and they're going to let you know one way or another. They do not mention the size on here, but I would say it would probably be comparable to Royal Caribbean with the 23-inch doorways. So just keep that in mind. And I would say overall, if you've got an own personal scooter and it's got a less than 22-inch wheelbase, I think you're going to be fine on any one of these cruise lines, right? If you really want to take the hassle out of it, because if you're flying in, a lot of times it's a really big hassle trying to bring those electric scooters on the planes. The best bet which would be is to rent a scooter. So there's a couple companies that we use where you can contact them and they will deliver a scooter directly into your cabin. So you get on board the ship, they'll be there. And now if you have mobility issues, the cruise line can help you with a wheelchair get from the port up to your cabin so you can get to that scooter. So that's not a problem right there. They do have some different scooters for you to rent, and they're really based on your size, right? It goes by weight. So if you're over a certain weight, you have to get a little bit more of a hefty, heavy-duty scooter, as opposed to somebody who's maybe a little skinnier or lighter. They can get a normal scooter. But the wheelbase really isn't that different between those two different models. So a couple of brands that we use, Scooter Round is one brand that we use that will deliver it to the stateroom, and the other one is called the Special Needs Group. Now, either one of those can deliver the scooters, and they can also deliver wheelchairs. If you just happen to need a wheelchair for your cruise, they can do that as well. The prices and everything are on the website. You fill out the form, you give them your ship booking number, your cabin number, other pertinent information that they're going to ask you about, and then they'll get back to you and confirm everything. So then when you get on board the ship, it'll be inside your stateroom, ready, waiting for you to go. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful, ladies and gentlemen, with your quest to bring your accessible scooters or wheelchairs on board the ship. If we can help you book that dream vacation, please give us a call, 877-697-4470, or you can book right online, www.mr-traveler.com. I want to thank you so much for watching. Remember, life's short. Have fun. See the world. Bye, everybody.